Hello everyone, it's Nancy, and I'm back with the 52 Tags Handmade Challenge by Anne Brooke, and these are the July tags. And the first one is the Beaded Fringe, and I used a vintage crystal necklace that I took apart to use the beads. When I first started the tag, I was going to come down and then go back up in like a little chevron shape. But when I got here, I didn't like it going back up, and so I just re-thread or added more beads and got it to come down at an angle to the corner of the tag. And I added a little sterling silver heart bead at the bottom. So, and I finished it off with a little lace cluster and some extra beads. And at the top where I put all the beads in, I used a little silver bead. And then at the bottom of all of those, I did the same thing so that they would kind of match, have a sense of design. It was very easy, a lot of fun. I love how playful this is. And I could see doing it on a wearable or even something, another little piece of artwork or something for my grandkids, because it reminds me of the girls that my granddaughters. So anyway, the next tag is our spider wheel and a woven wheel. I stitched mine on hand-painted fabric. I love making my painty fabrics and painty papers for my handmade journals. And this one I have never done before, but I really loved it. I loved how stable the ornamentation of that stitch is. And this one's beautiful. I've done these before on like for flowers, centers and different things. But to get big, it gets risky for a snag if you were using it on something other than a piece of protected artwork, or something that wouldn't be touched a lot or used utilitarian-wise. Yeah, I think this is beautiful, and I can hardly wait to do something with these in other projects beside my tags. I'll probably say all the stitching ones we did, I will use again for sure in other stitching projects, because I feel like I learned a lot moving along through the stitching process. The next one was our Oarts, and this particular Oart is from my shredded quilt fabrics. I tear my fabrics all in bits, and then I, not real small bits, but nice size pieces to quilt with, and then I pull all those fluffy threads off the edge to clean it up. And so those were the pulls from that project. And when I first started putting them on there, it reminded me of a little dog, and I used to be a dog groomer / poodle groomer years ago, and it just so reminded me of every little fluffy dog that gets wet. They all have that cute little critter kind of look. And so I put a little bead that's shaped like a heart for its nose, and then I use little black beads for his beady little eyes and just kind of added a little extra there to give it, a sense of design and look like a little dog. That was fun. The next tag is this one, our brooch. And I use huck cloth. I really love this fabric. It's very vintagey. I love the way it looks when it's woven. I don't know if you can see these threads wrap around. When the shuttle comes up, it harnesses threads together and makes that beautiful texture in that weave, and I just love it. Every once in a while you can find old garage towels with that weave too. But anyway, I used the huck toweling, and I put a piece of scrap from a quilt on, and I just stitched it with running stitches. I stamped a little piece of muslin and stitched it down on there. My yo-yo is decorated with French knots, and I strung a set of beads that looked like it went, you know, the bird and the peace symbol, flower and a heart, just kind of has a kind of what I would call a modern day hippie vibe. But anyway, it's been kind of, it's a fun little thing to think about. And if I wore jewelry, I would wear this not tag, but brooch, but I wouldn't wear it. Today I just don't put extras on. I just get dressed and go. But anyway, how I used it for, or how I figured out my fastening system was with a magnet. And it's a really strong magnet. So it will stay on your clothing. I stitched it on this side, I stitched it on the back of my set of fabrics, and then that's a reverse, there we go. And you could just put it on your little lapel somewhere, or a pretty little blouse, and it would just stay. I've done this before with fabrics, like if I wanted to leave something on a curtain that's ornamental, like a string of flowers or something, and I just don't want to sew it to the curtain, I would use a magnet. I did the same thing when my kids were little. I used to decorate our houseplants with buttons. There I had a ladybug, a little wooden ladybug button that I glued a magnet on, and I put a magnet on the back of the leaf so that there was a cute little ladybug on our houseplant. The next tag was the gold tag, and this was so simple, and I love how it turned out. Again, I've used a little image of a moppy looking puppy. And I don't know what year this pin is from. I love the stamp collection pins. 22 cents. It could be as old as probably early 90s, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the 80s. I just can't remember how much stamps were. Now, once they pass 42 cents, I don't know what. I just buy the forever stamps, and I have no idea what a stamp costs today. But anyway, I ripped some gauzy fabric that had some gold threads through it, and I put little gold French knots in the center. This little piece of linen fabric has some gold stenciling style printing on it that's foliage. And then I gold leafed my piece of antique lace. I'll just see if you can see the gold there. And that's just real gold leafing. I used gold leafing size and painted my fabric, and I used a piece of wax paper to do it so I wouldn't get all that glue on my lace because I wanted it to stay soft. But that's that. I think the whole thing turned out really pretty. Actually, as a brooch, I would wear this one before I wear that one. But anyway, this one's stitched down, although this is a real pin, so I left it on there in case I ever needed the pin for something. But anyway, that is my tags for July. Thank you for hanging out and watching my video today. I will see you, or I guess I never really see you, but I feel like I'm with you guys when we do our videos, so it feels natural to say see you next time. So I will see you when my August tags are done. Bye bye for now.